Now, 1 out for victory. Gibson makes a supreme effort, and Scott strikes out. The Cardinals win. They're the new world champions. And Bob Gibson, with his third victory, has brought them through in the decisive 7th game, even as he did in 1964 against the New York Yankees.
Bob Gibson, a 22-game winner who established a new record for the lowest earned run average in National League history. He strikes out 2 in the first and 3 in the second. Norm Cash, Willie Horton, and Jim Northrup all go down. The St. Louis crowd loves every minute. Norm Cash is up, but the incomparable Bob Gibson stops the Tigers with another strikeout to retire the side. Bob is now threatening the all-time World Series strikeout record of 15. Gibson is in complete control. Opening the ninth, Gibson faces Stanley, and Mickey loops a single to center. But it's the last hit of the game for the Tigers. By now, Gibson has struck out 14 batters to bring him just 1 shy of the World Series record. The batter is Al Kaline. What a pitcher!
In an era filled with dominant pitchers, one man stood above them all, a fierce competitor who became the gold standard for pitching excellence. Bob Gibson, also known as Gibby, was not just a pitcher. He was an intimidator, a legend who rewrote the rules of dominance on the pitching mound. His 1968 season remains one of the most iconic in baseball history, and his legacy continues to shape the way we think about pitching, even today. In this video, we take a deep dive into the life and career of Gibby, Bob Gibson, the legend who became synonymous with power, precision, and postseason heroics.
Gibson also ties Lefty Gomez's record of 6 straight victories in World Series competition. First man to face Farmer in the 4th inning is Bob Gibson. And there it goes. In 1967, Gibson hit a series homer against the Red Sox. Now he has 2 for a pitcher's record.
Born on November 9th, 1935, in Omaha, Nebraska, Bob Gibson came from humble beginnings. A multi-sport athlete in his youth, Gibson was known for his athleticism and competitiveness. But it was on the baseball field where his raw talent truly shined. He was drafted by the St. Louis Cardinals in 1957, and it didn't take long for him to make his presence felt. Gibson's early years were marked by a relentless work ethic and a desire to become the best. But it was his fastball, one of the hardest in the game, and his overpowering presence on the mound that soon set him apart. And by 1959, Gibson has made his major league debut with the St. Louis Cardinals, and the world was about to witness the rise of a future Hall of Famer. Bob Gibson's career was one of gradual progression and constant improvement, and by the early 1960s, Gibby was beginning to make a name for himself as one of the most dominant pitchers in the National League. His fastball could reach speeds over 90 miles per hour, was accompanied by a devastating slider and a competitive fire that set him apart from his peers.
He struck it. Gibson. Right through. He got the fastball.
Today you're in trouble. The 2-2 pitch. There's strike 3. 9 strike in the last of the 7th. Bang. 0-2.
Bob Gibson's early All-Star appearances in 1962 and 1963 helped establish him as a force to be reckoned with. But it was in 1964 that Gibby took his game to another level. In that season, he led the Cardinals to a World Series title, earning the World Series Most Valuable Player and solidifying his reputation as one of the game's greats. (1968), the year that would forever change baseball history. Known as the Year of the Pitcher, 1968 saw Bob Gibson put together one of the most remarkable seasons ever by a starting pitcher. That year, Gibby posted an astonishing 1.12 earned run average, the lowest in modern baseball history. And he won 22 games. He struck out 268 batters and threw 13 shutouts. His dominance on the mound was unlike anything the game had ever seen, whether it was his pinpoint control or his sheer power behind every pitch. Gibby was untouchable. He finished the year with the Cy Young Award and the National League MVP, joining a very select group of pitchers to win both honors in the same season. In the 1968 World Series, Bob Gibson's dominance reached a new peak. He set a World Series record by striking out 17 batters in a single game and leading the St. Louis Cardinals to a 4-0 victory. His performance became the stuff of legends, and 1968 solidified Gibson's place as one of the most feared pitchers of all time.
He's out. Strike out for the pitcher to put out field coach. Here's a 3-2 pitch. Strike 3 in the outside. 8 strikeouts. The 2-strike pitch is strike 3. They won't get to in this time. 9 strikeouts for Bob Gibson.
Stanley swings and strikes out. Struck him out. This is Detroit, Michigan. He struck him out swinging. Struck him out. Down on him, 2 strikes and the ball. He struck him out swinging. Got him. Listen to the crowd. Once again, a standing ovation. A new world. He got him. Struck him out. Look at the scene on the field. McCarver, the first one. Now his infielders all over him. A new world's record of 17 strikeouts in one game.
Bob Gibson wasn't just a regular season hero. His postseason performances were just as remarkable. Whether it was his resilience or his ability to rise to the occasion or his calm under pressure, Gibby was at his best when the stakes were the highest. He helped lead the Cardinals to 3 World Series appearances in the 1960s, winning 2 of them in 1964 and 1967. Gibby's leadership, both on and off the mound, made him an icon in St. Louis, and he became known for his competitive fire and his willingness to pitch through pain. Bob Gibson's gritty performances in big games made him a true postseason legend. In 1981, Bob Gibson was inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame, cementing his place among the all-time greats of the game. His career achievements speak for themselves: 251 wins, 3,117 strikeouts, 2 Cy Young Awards, and 9 Gold Glove Awards. But his true legacy is defined by his ability to change the game. Gibby redefined pitching with his fastball, his fearless and unwavering determination. On October 2nd, 2020, at the age of 84, baseball legend Bob Gibson passed away after a battle with pancreatic cancer. He died in his hometown of Omaha, Nebraska, under hospice care. The world of baseball had lost one of its most dominant figures. Gibby was a man whose presence on the mound was as commanding as it was legendary. Bob Gibson was more than just a Hall of Famer. He was a symbol of baseball's golden age, a player who set the standard for what it meant to be a true competitor. Even today, Gibby's impact on the game is still felt, as his intensity and approach to pitching continue to inspire future generations of pitchers. Bob Gibson's career is a testament to what happens when raw talent meets unrelenting drive. His place in baseball history is secure, and his legacy lives on in every pitcher who steps onto the mound with a competitive spirit. The legend of Bob Gibson will never fade, as his greatness continues to inspire and define the art of pitching for generations to come. Thank you for joining us in celebrating the life and career of Gibby Bob Gibson. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more legendary baseball stories. And tell us, what is your favorite Bob Gibson moment? Drop a comment below. Also, do you have an idea for the next baseball legend video? Let us know in the comments, as we would love to hear from you. And as always, thanks for watching.